video link today as it's revealed the collapsed airline owes them almost $7 billion. Deloitte is now searching for a buyer after the federal government refused a $1.4 billion loan. Joining me now is John Lyons, the president of the Association for Virgin Australia Group Pilots. John, good morning to you. So what are your thoughts on those numbers? They're just staggering.
Yes, good morning, Pete. Look, the Employers Group is the largest creditor in the company and are acting in a coordinated fashion through the ACTU to be represented at the meeting of creditors this morning. It is a staggering number, but I'm sure that the administrator is able to arrange a package which will bring the airline out the other end in much better shape.
So what are the pilots, what are your fellow pilots telling you, John?
Well, they're telling us now they're cautiously optimistic of a good outcome. They're very concerned, obviously, because there are no other alternatives for pilot employment at the moment. Most of the airlines, well, all the airlines around the world are grounded. Many are going into bankruptcy. Many are being bailed out by their respective governments. So there's not many alternatives for an Australian pilot to go overseas as they've done in the past when there's been the odd crisis in the airline industry. So they're really, what they're telling us is to look after their jobs and, more importantly, look after the airline.
I mean, there is that JobKeeper package that they'd be able to receive at the moment, but are they going to have to find other jobs as well in the meantime?
Yes, like everyone else in the country, they're looking for alternatives.
What are the fact that there is 11 different parties that are circling at the moment, John, different consortia that might be jockeying for ownership, that seems like it's a pretty good thing.
Well, I think that there are obviously a number of what are called tire kickers that are looking at the potential opportunities to acquire the airline for a variety of motives. But I'm pretty sure that Deloitte, the administrators, will sort through those interested parties to bring in a body that has the interests of the airline at heart and is determined to make it a bigger and better airline at the end of the process.
How do you hope the airline looks afterwards?
Well, I'd like to think it'd be much the same. It's a great airline, Virgin. It may be trimmer. There may be some parts of the operation toned down, but I think it'll be in good shape.
This is not going to be resolved quickly, though, is it? Have you got a timeline on when things may well be sorted? I mean, we are, of course, talking about a whole lot of money. There's a big amount of debt here that someone's probably going to have to take on.
Yes, I think to do the job properly, it's obviously going to take several months. I've heard various forecasts for sort of end of June, July, August. But that's largely in the hands of the administrator and the negotiations which he enters into with the interested parties.
But I guess it doesn't change the fact that travel restrictions are still in place. You know, the Prime Minister kind of scoffing at suggestions yesterday that international travel might be taking someplace soon. So it's a bit of a double whammy here.
Yes, well, I can't see international travel taking off anytime soon, mainly because of the problems in the destination countries. Domestic travel hopefully will start sooner than later. You've got to remember that it wasn't Virgin's fault that they found themselves in this situation. They had a debt problem. The new management team were in the process of restructuring the company and bringing it out of that debt area. And all of a sudden we hit with COVID-19, which effectively stifled the cash flow for the airline and every other airline, of course.
No doubt, though, that you'd be open to domestic flights opening up and possibly even flights to New Zealand, encouraging that kind of activity to proceed.
Most definitely, the sooner the better.
All right, John Lyons, the president of the Association for Virgin Australia Group Pilots. John, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for joining us. No doubt watching things very closely today, I'm sure.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.